Well, hello folks, welcome along to another video. I am the Custard Prophet, and I've got an exciting one today. A little bit of news from the makers of Tennis Manager 2021. Well, it's a big bit of news. There is a Tennis Manager 2022 game which is really close to being dropped. As you can see, the release date is reported to be the 17th of May 2022. So as I make this video, it's basically 9 days away, which is utterly insane. I'm not sure how long this has been around because I've not seen this at all. I've not seen any news about this, but yeah, excited is not the word. So what I wanted to do today is to go through some of the new features that are going to be in the game. They've got a nice little section here on the new features. So we're going to go into here. Now there is a video which you can watch on YouTube. I'll leave a link to that in the comment below. So I wanted to take the chance to have a little look through what the new features were and see what you make of them. So let's start off with the first one. It's basically a new look. So they basically redesigned the way the pages look. I thought they were really good last time, to be fair, but what they put in here, which is really important, is a bunch of shortcuts. That doesn't sound particularly exciting, but it does mean that you'll be able to kind of move between screens much more easier than before, which I think was a bit of a problem in the last version of the game. You kind of there were places where you thought, I should be able to click here, but you couldn't. So hopefully all of those kind of little buggy things have been sorted out and you can kind of get to information more easily, because there are a bunch of screens in this game. So it's going to be good to have that. You can see here, I mean, I've never had that many people, but I mean, it looks fairly similar, but I guess there's a lot more places where you can click on stuff and see things more clearly. So I think that it probably sounds a bit of a boring feature, but actually from a gameplay point of view, it's going to make a big difference. So kind of a new look, as you might expect. So they've got a create your player function. So you can then have your own player and, you know, take him to the top, kind of like we did in TM2. I don't think this option exists, as in creating your own player, in TM 2021. So I think that's really nice. So you can I can do my Sean Death character, and we can try and take him to the top, as well as bring in through other players to try and, you know, boost the money in the academy. So I do like that as well. I think that's going to be a lot of fun from a sort of storytelling YouTube point of view. Of course, that's going to be very enjoyable. So, okay, I like that. That's going to take it to a new level. Right, what's this then? Team management tools, workforce monitoring. Right, so yeah, this is good, because basically currently you've got to look far and wide to try and find all the variety and bits of information to actually kind of manage your team of staff and players. But here it's all going to be in one place, so you'll have the information. You'll be able to easily, I guess it relates to the first one, kind of easily sort of move from one screen to another and actually manage your team more effectively. You're not going to be forgetting things quite so much. I like that. Sort of bringing training. I mean, it was kind of some of this was together, but I guess this is putting everything together, which is nice. Like that, you've got sort of the player satisfaction scores, contractor, yeah, all the information in one place, and you can really kind of see what your player, whether you're sort of hitting the goals for your player, whether everything's in place, where they are, all this stuff. I like that, actually. I like that. Sort of like an overview screen, and then you can kind of dive into each one. Yeah, I do like that. Nice. This is the one I am uber excited about. I like the way the academy works and the way you can upgrade infrastructure. I think that's a really nice feature in the game, and to be fair, most tennis management games have this. But what I don't like about it is that it is just kind of a one big lump sum. This is how you you go from this to this, and it doesn't seem to mean a huge amount. Here they've completely overhauled this. Look at this, look at this. You can upgrade individual items. Clay court, you can have more clay courts, more hard courts, more grass courts. You can get in a weight room. You can just a bunch of different things. So it's not just a big chunk of money. You kind of upgrade as you go, little bits. That excites me hugely. So and that will be, I guess, across the road. So it looks like they've still got the 4 things: the sports centre, medical centre, youth centre, and scouting, and the business centre. But hopefully this does mean that we have this sort of option in many of these places. It might be harder to do in some, maybe the medical centre and the scouting and the business centre, but hopefully it'd be kind of cool if there were options within some of those, with like the business centre with merchandising and or something like that. I don't know, but I think it would be kind of cool to have some options in all of those. I can see it just being in the sports centre, but we'll see. It doesn't. Yeah, so they can design the academy as they want, which that is awesome. That is really good. What do you think of that? That's easily my favourite thing here. New contract management and negotiation systems. Yes, please. This is a little bit creaky at the minute. It's there isn't really any negotiation, is there? It's they're not interested or they're interested, and then it's not great. So it looks like they've got a kind of dialogue system that you kind of work through, which will be interesting to see. Sometimes these work, sometimes they don't, depending on if it's always the same thing you click to get a certain answer. That's not always that much fun. But if it relates to personality types or reputational things like that, then it might be more interesting, because you kind of got to think about who you're talking to. So what do they say here? In order to reflect the reality of the circuit, we decides to review the way all contract negotiations are conducted. All negotiation, not just contract. From now on, when a new player arrives after negotiating his contractual conditions, another phase of discussion will take place around his objectives for the coming season. Okay, so we can have a chat about objectives, which is nice. As in real life, a divergence between the manager and the player can have consequences on their relationship or on the morale of the new recruit. So it sounds like morale. Why do I keep saying morals? It sounds like morale is going to be kind of more important in this system, in this game, which is kind of nice. They've got that. I mean, FM, it's key. You've got to keep the morale up of your players. So if you're constantly pissing off your player, it's not going to work, is it? Right. Round robins. Okay. Yeah, they don't have this format, I think, in the current system. So they, in the promising finals, the MTL Tour finals, the WTL Tour finals, and as they are in real life, they've been moved to a round robin format. And look at this, TM2 people. Notice. This is what we want. We don't want the weird system that you've got currently. We want a group, nice group like that. It looks so much better than the very confusing system that you've got for the round robin systems. Just saying. TM2, brilliant game. I don't like that part. So import or export of game plans. So you can bring in or out of a game plan. So I'm been struggling to figure out whether you are able to do this, something similar to this, create your own game plans in the current plan. I'm guessing from this you can't, and this is what they've added in. So that does answer a question for me. So I think having the game plans that are default in the game are good, but there's not enough of them. And for example, I was looking for one around volleying, as you'll see in the last episode of my playthrough, and there was like a couple which kind of fitted the bill, but there wasn't like a pure just volleying game plan where it's not necessarily a serve and volley, but they are going to get to the net wherever possible. It's maybe not serve and volley, but more likely to get to the net than stay at the back. that sort of thing. So something a little bit between the serve and volley and the and a baseline player. But yeah, you can create your own, I guess, and then you can save it. So that will be good. I like that. Okay, so match simulation enhancement. So this is all about the graphics and the 3D imagery in the game. Not such a big deal for me, but I think it looks all right. It's an interesting choice of words. I'm just going to read this because it's funny. It is also the main vector of the immersion offered to the manager and feel closer to his player and to vibrate with him. You might want to change that wording. But yeah, the match simulation, I think it's pretty good. I think the graphics of the match are fine. I think there are a few animations that are missing. There are a few places, certainly where a player gets close to the net and tries some cross-court shot, and you know it's going straight into the net, and it goes straight into the net. So a little bit more variety, a little bit more, a few more animations would be nice. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. The sound also could do with a look at, but yeah, I think this sounds good. I always like to see what the updates bring in games in terms of the graphics and game engine, that sort of thing. So the behavior of the players has been enriched. So replacement effects, so shot selection and new animations have been integrated. So basically the AI and the animations have all been enhanced. So that can only be a good thing. I mean, the fact is they've put another game out straight away after the last one, which suggests to me this is going to be a yearly thing, which is super exciting because it won't take them long to get this right. And when this game gets right, this game is going to be absolutely brilliant. Mark my words. Right, final one, an updated database. Of course, they are going to update their database to reflect what's going on the circuit currently. So presumably players, their abilities will change, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, sort of potential and those sort of things. So yeah, and the appearance of Wonder Kids as well. So yeah, it's all kind of in there, isn't it? Yeah, so that is exciting. For me, the thing I am most excited about is this academy structure thing. I am buzzing about this. I think that is going to be so good, being able to kind of build your academy as you see fit, which you can do in Tennis Elbow Manager 2 a little bit more than this, but this looks like it could be even more variable. But yeah, and each one of these you get and that unlocks a bonus for your players by having additional clay courts and things like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I am very excited about that. Let me know, folks. Let me know what you are excited about here. I think there's probably a lot more than this as well. But there's some awesome new features coming. It'd be really interesting to see how they've freshened up the look of the game and how that sort of interconnectedness between menus and between pages works, and if it's just easier to kind of move around so you don't get kind of lost or lose pages. That will be fun, and and how that sort of consolidation of data, how that system works as well. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm certainly will be playing this on the channel. I'm going to try and get hold of a copy, so we will see how that goes. But if you enjoy this sort of content, make sure you like the video. Remember, on my channel I have regular playthroughs of Tennis Manager 2021 at the minute, and also Tennis Elbow Manager 2. I think the two best tennis management games that are available at the minute every weekend. So if you like tennis management content, this is the place to be. But yeah, please like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.